and to also just share feedback with us. Because here at HoaQ, we believe in community, and also we would like to hear from our community members. Next slide, please. Today we'll be talking about HoaQ, we'll be talking about 2025, we'll be talking about exits, we'll be talking about fund, we'll be talking about Borderless, Diaspora House, H2 2025 outlook, and everything in between. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Folakemi Osho, and I am the general manager here at HoaQ. Apologies, my voice seems a little bit muffled. It's because I'm a little under the weather, but I said I'm not going to miss this session, so here I am. Next slide. Yes, please mute your mics and turn on your camera if you want to, so we can see your beautiful faces. And if you have any questions, please feel free to use the chat box to ask your questions. Just before we get started, I like to know where people are dialing in from. If you can just use the chat, tell us where you're dialing in from. I'm currently in Manchester. I would like to know where everyone is dialing in from. London, Lagos, Nairobi, London, Lagos, New York. Okay, good. Lisbon. Okay, okay. Jersey. Okay. Lagos, Abuja, Vancouver, Lagos. Very nice. Very nice. Sheffield. Nice. Ibadan. Nice. Bradford. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, thank you everyone, and welcome to today's session. Next slide, please. If you're joining us for the very first time, I would like to share a little bit about what we are and who we are. HoaQ Club is a community of creators and operators that back in entrepreneurs in building scalable businesses for Africa and its diaspora. We started HoaQ in 2020. What started as a two-man community has now grown to over 800 people in the community that are backing businesses building for Africa and for Africans. We are truly privileged to be doing this, as we want to be the ones backing the businesses that we want to see in Africa. Our mission is to support founders who are leveraging technology to build economic infrastructure for African and Africans. Next slide, please. We have backed over 100 portfolio companies. We've deployed over $4 million. We are currently over 800 angel investors across 35 countries, and we've seen 11 exits, over 11 exits now, actually. We've invested across countries. We've invested in Nigeria, Uganda, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Rwanda, Tanzania, Zambia, USA, UK, France, and we still continue to do that. I think we've even invested in more countries than this, but these are just the ones that we're more prominent in. What's in it for you? Return on investment. Obviously, we are not a charity case, so you want a return on investment on your investment. We enable you as an investor. So with HoaQ, you can invest as low as 1,000 into the startups, and you can grow your portfolio, basically. Sense of purpose and access to a thriving ecosystem. Outside of investment, we're also a thriving community. We share, events with you. We bring you to these events as well. So we're if you're in a new city, for instance, we did like a London event where we got over 300 people coming, and that's aside from investment. You get to meet people in your city as well. Next slide, please. So now to why we're here. H1 2025 in review. It's been a great year for us at HoaQ. Last year was good, but this year has been better. We've increased to over 800 community members. We've seen over 200 plus pitch submissions, which we have to go through every week to ensure that we're bringing in quality deals all the time. And we're not just bringing in quantity deals. We've closed over 7 deals this year alone, which is more than we did last year. Last year, we did 5 deals. And this year, just the first quarter of this year, the first half of this year rather, we've done 7 deals. We have been to 5 different countries this year alone. We've been to Nairobi, we've been to London, we've been to Paris, we've been to San Francisco, we've been to Dubai. So when I say we've been to, it means that these are the countries where we've held events across the continent, across continents this year alone. Right, to numbers. We have deployed over 300K this year, which is times 3 what we did last year, and it's just the first half of the year, which I think is extremely impressive. We have the maximum check size being 100K that we deployed into a startup this year, minimum check size of $10,000 and average check size of $36,000. We have brought over 20 deals to the community this year alone, with 7 of them closed, 3 follow-on investments. So here at HoaQ, what we do is we invest in you super early and try to invest alongside with you all year round till Series A. So this year we've done 3 follow-on investments with our portfolio companies. One of them, which is very prominent, we've done 3 investments now. So we invested in pre-seed, then seed, now Series A, which I think is amazing. Top investment destination this year has been the United Kingdom. I can see Joe turn on his camera. I'm like, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I think I'll finish and then I've got some comments.
Okay. All right. Please, anyone else that's comments, this call is for you, our community. We want to hear from you as well. We've onboarded 55 new members, 2 exits, and 5 physical events. So I think is worth saying that one of our exits this year returned 6x. So imagine what that looks like for the investors. Let's say you invested 1,000, now you're getting back over 6K. So you can do the math of free money. You just believe in them, and now you're 6K richer. Next slide, please.
No, Falakemi, I wanted to, before we go to the next slide, I wanted to add that with the returns, I think oftentimes we tend to really glorify the returns, but angel investment is a balanced game. You need to make sure that you kind of diversify across multiple portfolio companies, because the chances are some of these companies will fail. But also with angel investment, you know exactly how much you're losing. So if you put in like 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, if anything goes wrong, that's literally the amount that you will lose. But the beauty of angel investment is when things work out, the upside is literally uncapped. And I think that's what's appealing to people, because it's not your typical, you put the money in the bank and you make 5 or 10%. You can make 6, 7, 10 x, which is like 10x is 1,000%, right? So I think people need to first, when you're getting into the angel investment as an asset class that you want to invest in, oftentimes what I've seen is people want to just pick deals. They want to pick. When you're getting started, like you don't know. And when you don't know what you don't know, ideally what you want to do is you want to spread over a couple of companies. You write a good thesis. So that's what I just wanted to add that part. And it's not all, great or glory and successes, because like the reality of angel investment is you have to treat it as another asset class, like just the way you treat your real estate portfolio or just the way you treat your stocks portfolio. It's all about diversification, and I really encourage people to not try to pick a winner, but like sometimes it helps to just follow the crowd. Even myself, like I brought deals to HoaQ and like crickets. But one deal that we brought, I think 2 months ago, is a Bitesite.
Yeah.
Like Bitesite was such a popular deal. And I mean, in retrospect, I should have known that was going to be a popular deal, because we've done child debt.
Yeah.
Right. So when you look at the investors in Bitesite, which is very similar to what child debt is doing, you know that there is like similarities. And like I haven't done many investments in the US, but when Gabriela, one of our community members, brought a deal, like we've seen so much interest, and we did everything that we could do to get that deal across the line. So like every now and again, it's worth just to see like who are the people investing, why are they bringing this deal, and I think it will also help, especially when you're getting started, because like angel investing is it's a thing that you learn by doing.
Yeah.
You just have to do to learn. And like I see people taking courses, and there's nothing wrong with courses. I think they're very useful to understand the fundamentals, but it's really important to like just do it, and then you learn. And if you don't like it, you'll stop. But if you like it, you keep doing. People like me, the challenge is I don't have money anymore because I'm a founder now. But I think you just need to learn and diversify across multiple companies.
Yeah, and I also think like it's worth just noting that for every deal that we do bring to the community, we have dedicated Slack channels for them, which allows you to communicate with other potential investors. So you can go in there, ask your questions, you can hear other people's opinions about the deal as well, just to ensure that, you know, even if you're going to go with the crowd and invest alongside, but you sort of have basic understanding outside of the memo that we shared with you, outside of the deck, outside of what we think, what are other investors thinking about this particular deal. And that is why those Slack channels have been created for you.
Yeah, and I think we really encourage people to use those Slack channel. And I think a lot of people don't want to ask questions because they don't want to sound dumb.
Yeah.
Please, like the worst thing to do is not to ask questions. And you'll be surprised how many people are also looking to ask the same question. So don't hesitate. Use the Slack channels. And I think more often than not, Folakemi is there to answer the question, or whoever the venture partner is will reach out and make sure that we actually answer the questions for you.
Yes, that is right. I see a question come in where someone asks, you know, what were the exits?
I don't. So tell me that we typically don't, like, just the same way we don't announce companies that fail, we try not to announce the exits, the success as well. But one of them is a fintech. Two of them are fintechs. Yeah. Like me, actually, all of them are fintechs. All of them are fintechs that you probably use. One was a secondary sale, which was very good for the community. Another one was a full exit. So the company, we invested at pre-seed. And I remember pushing this deal so hard back in 2022 or 2023. I was 2022, I think.
Yeah.
And it was just crickets, like nobody. I'm like, why are people not paying attention to this deal? And that company returned, I think, net after carry 6x, which for me, it's always a pleasure to send money back to people. The second one was also another fintech. They raised a Series B, and we got the opportunity to sell some of our shares. I think we sold slightly over $150,000. And I have, spent, because this process is still very manual, I've had to pay people out manually, which is, it's not great, but you have to do it. Folakemi, do you want to answer which company you invest in 3 times? Actually, it's 2 companies you invested in 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah, you can go to the next one.
For this one, I can publicly announce because they've announced. So it's ChowDeck. We did ChowDeck super early. The fund did as well. So now the last investment was in the Series A round for those in the Slack community.
Next I don't know why. Wait, Yewande is not on this call, but I think is she?
Yeah.
I'm a ghost.
Yewande, please come and talk about how you made sure that this ChowDeck deal actually happened. Because I know you own the ChowDeck relationship, and you've spent a lot of time with Femi, and you really ensure that we partake in the Series A. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this deal.
Okay. You guys, you know when you join a Zoom or Google Meet just to say okay and hi, and your boss calls you out. I think officially I'm just happy for the team. I think they've done well. They have tried to defy a lot of logic and a lot of things that have happened and where people have struggled in the past. And maybe one day we'll invite Femi and the team to just come and talk about their journey. But yeah, I don't know what Joe wants me to say. It's a team effort. Everybody has been great. Proud of the team, proud of HoaQ. Thank you for backing us. Yeah.
I think if you're not gonna say, I think a lot of people really don't understand the child deck business. I believe that people underwrite child deck as a logistics company, and I think it's the wrong way to underwrite the company. I think child deck is first and foremost a technology company, and when you look at the background of the team, they take a technology first approach to everything. And I think the second thing that a lot of people miss is child. I think child tech really understand the human side of doing business, and they've applied that through how to deal with the restaurants, how to deal with the riders, and how to deal with essentially every single party that ensures that a delivery happens in less than 30 minutes. So technology and people is, and then logistics, of course, is part of it. But again, this is my personal opinion. I don't think it's written anywhere. I just love like the technology first approach to such a difficult problem that Child Deck is solving. All right, Fola, can you back to you?
Thank you. I don't know if you can tell, but we like Child Deck. Next slide, please. So these are the companies that we've backed this year so far. We have Borderless. Borderless is a UK company. We have Kunda Kids that we've backed twice now, and this was our third investment in Kunda Kids. Catalog, which is the fund, which is one of the fund's portfolio companies. So we have just brought it into the club, and the club backed Catalog as well. We have Child Deck Series A. We have Tembo Plus. Tembo has been a portfolio company since 2023, and this investment was a follow-on investment of our previous one. And we have Bysite and Sojo. Sojo is also a portfolio company as well. And yeah. So yeah, we've not only been doing investment, we have been in your cities. We did a London event, the London event where we asked over 250 people, if I'm not mistaken, at peak. We partnered with our friends at Wimbat. It was sponsored by MoneyPoint, Cloudplexo, Lemfi, who is also a portfolio company. We had Techabal Insights as well as a collective for this event in London. We're also in Nairobi as well during the ATS, where we had like a round table for our members and founders that were around for ATS. We also were in Dubai. We had a very strange event, which was shooting guns, if I'm not mistaken, in Dubai with Njoku Forum, which was great as well. Next slide, please.
Please, I'm putting my hand up for please don't dismiss my Dubai efforts. We had a great time in Dubai. We went shooting. It was really fun. Shout out to Jason Joku, who really took care of us there in Dubai. And it really helps that Newbie, one of our co-founders, also lives there. It was great to connect the community. And there's a lot of activity in Dubai. So yeah, if you're in Dubai, happy to connect you. I think I was in Dubai for 3 or 4 days, and I got to meet so many. It was literally a whole trip. Yeah. I met some of our investors who have been investing with us since 2020. And yeah, it was such a fun event. So for lucky me, please.
No, what I was saying is like, what I mean is like, you don't get to see diversified events. Most events are usually like mixers and, talking. So it was great to see that, we're doing something different. That's what I meant by that. Yewande, do you want to say something?
Yeah. So I just wanted to say, I'm sorry for like, not that we're jacking. I didn't want to talk before, but I just want to say thank you to everyone that comes for our event. I think last year we did an event in Paris, and that's where we met with the founder of Monaco, and we invested in Monaco, both the club and the fund. This year we did an event in London, and we had some people come. We had an angel investor invest into the fund just by coming to the event and verifying and just being able to discuss. We had Minster partner with us in San Francisco, and I think the deal is to the community right now. So these events also help both founders, investors, or even just people just trying to expand their network. And hopefully, as we talk about the upcoming events, I want to encourage everybody to just like see if you can join or send someone to attend these events, because we put a lot of time, money into these events to ensure that we're always close to everybody in the community. So thank you. That's what I want to say.
Thank you so much, Yewande. Everyone is like,
It's not a good time to plug the Nairobi event that Borderless is organizing on Saturday.
Wait.
It's coming.
No, wait.
Okay, it's coming. Okay. I am very excited, as you can imagine.
Sorry. Please,
We've been in San Francisco this year, as well as Paris. So if there are any other, countries you like for us to visit, you can just plug in your country, and who knows, we might just be in your city next month. Next slide, please. I want to first off give a big shout out to our sponsors so far this year. We have Money Point, who has been a huge help to our events. They sponsored the Paris event, they sponsored the London event, as well as Tech Cabal, Mainstack, Intana, Askia Ventures, Lemfi, Joko, Wimbat, A&A Collective. A big shout out to all of you, and thank you so much for believing in our journey and just assisting us along the way. Next slide, please. Yes, like I mentioned at the beginning of this session, I say, we normally have a session every last Thursday of the month where we invite people to come speak and to share their knowledge with us. So I would like to say a huge thank you to our speakers so far this year. We've had amazing turnout, amazing conversation, insightful conversations. To be honest, I think that this year our sessions have been 10 over 10, minus nothing. And I just want to say that a huge thank you to everyone who has joined our session so far this year. Expect bigger things and bigger sessions coming before the end of the year. You can just mark your calendar for every last Thursday of the month, 5 p.m. HoaQ sessions. Now to the people behind HoaQ. We have Joe Kinvi, who is the co-founder of HoaQ, as well as Coyote Newbie. Newbie is not on the call today, but these are the two co-founders for HoaQ. We have Yewande Odumosu, who is the fund manager. We have myself, who is the general manager. We have Zainab, who manages marketing. We have Bolu Tife and Maria, who just recently joined us as venture ops and venture partner. And we want to say a huge welcome to you guys. And these are the faces behind the team for the fund. Yewande, since you're speaking, I'll just let you take this on to share more about the fund.
This is a setup. I wasn't supposed to talk. Sorry, guys. It was supposed to feel like a nice thing. But yes, the fund has had a good year. We've done a full-on investment. I think for the first time in a while, maybe before the end of the year, we'll actually share our portfolio companies, but I can say it on the call. We did a full-on investment in Childec. I think the fund has invested multiple times initially and as a follow-on, and we're very proud of the Childec team. Femi, Kennedy, all the co-founders, we're really, really rooting for them. We've done 2 exits as well. I'm not sure I'll share all that information here, but we had like an active year for the fund. And we've also welcomed new limited partners, LPs. Those are investors that want dedicated money into the fund, and we now invest that money. So if you feel like you have some liquidity and you want to diversify, please reach out to me or Joe or Folakemi, and we'll let you know how the fund works and how much you can invest in it. Thank you. That's all from the fund.
Thank you very much. I see once Joseph Borderless is sat up, I'm like, yes. So
I want to jump in. Yeah, everybody on this call is going to think that we planned this, but I know what Joe is good to see, and I know what Folakim is going to say. But I just wanted to say that, I was having conversations earlier today, and I was saying that, how I started my angel investing and investor journey, and how, I'd invested in different funds, and then I started investing through HoaQ, and that's how, obviously I got closer to Joe and Nubi. And I think I started out like just leading 1 or 2 deals, and then we just fast forwarded to, let's start a fund together. But one of the things that the origin story for Borderless was, one of the things that we also realized, apart from not having dedicated capital to back really amazing teams, was we didn't have the infrastructure to syndicate deals. And that's why I encourage people to join communities, because you start to see different things and different opportunities. And I'm just really proud that at this point, as of today, HoaQ has now fully migrated to Borderless. Please give Joy a round of applause. It's like been a dream come true, where we've said, okay, we don't have the infrastructure to syndicate deals. I remember we were just using like Google Docs, emails, and I was like, this team is so organized. But Joe obviously had a vision of even going further. Now we're still in early days, running HoaQ on Borderless, and Borderless is a separate company. But I just wanted to, give a massive shout out to Joe and Fola Kemi, and so all the HoaQ members that have been patient with us while we're doing the migration. I mean, we're still having certain issues, but just to be, have that come to life, it's been a long journey. So well done to the team and well done to Joe.
Thank you, Yolande. I feel like Borderless feels like my life's work, and I'm sure there are people on this call who invested in this thing called Platform 2.5 years ago. And when I spoke to some people, they're like, you don't need this. Why don't you just go use AngelList? Why don't you just go use this? Why don't you just go use that? The truth is, the platforms that are out there just don't work. They don't work for us. Us being me, you on this call, the African diaspora, people who want to invest in Africa, people who want to transact in multiple currencies. People who are in Nigeria want to invest, they want to have the opportunity to invest in the company that's Delaware Incorporated. And the fact that they have to take Naira, go to the bank, wait, fill forms, send that money to Delaware, only for the money to be sent back. Like, I think Borderless is for them. Borderless is for the average Joe who wants to invest back home, invest in the future, invest in Africa. I just came back from a trip in Zanzibar, and it wasn't for fun, I promise you. It was an investor trip. I had this investor who has been talking to me about investing in Africa, and I told him that if you want to invest in Africa, you have to go to Africa. And I took him to Tanzania. We went to Dar es Salaam. We went to Zanzibar. And one thing that really broke my heart is, while Zanzibar is one of the most beautiful places I've been to, Zanzibar is not owned by Africans, and that's very heartbreaking. And my life goal is to really help as many people as possible to own a piece of the continent. And it, like, lands, like we bought a piece of land for $300,000. I don't have $300,000, and many of us don't have $300,000. But 300 of us pulling $1,000 together, that's still 300,000. We can do so many things together when we all come together. And I think the unity is what's going to help us achieve more. When we started HoaQ 5 years ago, like, we couldn't have access to certain deals because we all have small money. But then when we pulled this money together, we had access. And that's how we managed to get to where we are today. And I think, like, Borderless, and we talk about like build together, invest together anywhere, but it's mostly for people who want to invest in Africa. You can use Borderless for investing in London or investing in the US, but there are already software or technology that exists in those regions. We're building this for people who want to invest cross-border, for people who've migrated, they left their home for a better life and they want to invest back. And I'm very humbled that, this technology is there. Like, sometimes when I click around, it feels like, can't believe we're here, but we're here. It's working. It's not perfect. So if you're using Borderless, I posted the link to HoaQ on Borderless in the comments. So if you're not already, if you're a HoaQ member, you've invested with us once, you should go in there and see your existing investments. We took a lot of feedback from the first version that we built to make sure that this one is much better. At the start of the year, I don't think I've also said this publicly, my co-founder CTO left because of family issues, and we literally had to start rebuilding from scratch. And I got very lucky to have people like Tunji. I don't think Tunji is on this call. A guy called Jean-Marie. Jean-Marie was actually one of our earliest investors who stepped in to help us deliver this product. But I think beyond like the product itself, there's so many things that really make Borderless work. Temi is sharing the screen here, but Temi owns the marketing of Borderless. Like Folakimi has been helping. Like the other day when I was going on holidays, we had a deal that I've just been struggling to get done, and it was one email and that deal was done, and that's thanks to Folakimi. And I have people like Yewande who's been supporting and giving me feedback throughout the entire process, testing, iterating, and like newbie who has helped. Like newbie is a co-founder of Borderless. I don't know if Zainab, I think Zainab is out today. Like it's literally been a lot of effort, a lot of help, a lot of work to bring it here. And somebody asked me today what the plan is for Borderless. Like, what's your exit plan? And I told them I don't have an exit plan. Like I want this. Like I've already told my team that they all can fight for the CEO position whenever they're ready. So like I want this company to be a generational company that will serve our community for a very long time so that we can all grow well together. Yeah, like if you haven't used it, please log on. If you're not a HoaQ member and you want to start your own collective, your own community, you can actually do this. And that's the point of the whole thing. Now, it's not very easy. It's not straightforward, but you don't have to be a member of HoaQ. And I'm not telling you to leave HoaQ. But like, just in case you have your own thesis, you have your own group of friends and you want to do your own thing, we will bring you the infrastructure. Like your life doesn't have to be hard, just the way our lives were hard when we started HoaQ. Like starting HoaQ was difficult. And the whole point of Borderless is to make it super easy for anyone to start the collective, regardless of where they are. So that's the product itself. We launched a sub-product, which is actually live, tested, it's working. It's called Raise by Borderless. And the whole idea of Raise by Borderless is a lot of founders like myself, African founders, diaspora founders, we struggle to raise money. And like my fundraising journey was very difficult earlier this year. However, it doesn't have to be that hard. And Raise by Borderless is a product that we built specifically for founders who want to raise from their friends and family, and will help you with that entire process. So if you want to learn more, my email is simple@joe@borderless.com. I'm happy to, if you're a founder you're raising, happy to help you. I beg, sorry, it's Joe, not Joe. I'm happy to help you. Raise by Borderless is, we're testing with 3 startups right now. And if you're a founder you're raising and you have a couple of people who want to give you money and you don't want to have 500 people on your cap table, Raise by Borderless is for you. And as we get back, as people come back online, we will be talking a bit more about it because we think it's really important that while fundraising is very difficult, it doesn't have to be, and there should be tools out there that makes it easy, especially for African founders and diaspora founders to raise. So yeah, I think that's all for me. I don't think I have anything else to talk about for me.
No. I just want to add that HoaQ is on Borderless. So for our community members, please try as much as possible to log in, check out that all your investments are accurate, because on Borderless, you're able to see all of your investments in real time. And for the ones that are priced, you can see how many X your investment now is. So please log in. Let us hear from you. If you have any feedback, any problems, please just use the Slack to communicate that with us, and we are available to help. Thank you, Joe, as well, for sharing that. Next slide, please. Diaspora House. Diaspora House is also another community that we manage, and Diaspora House is a real estate investment community that invests in real estate assets across Africa and its diaspora prime cities. So just to differentiate, because I saw someone ask, if HoaQ only invests in tech, right? So for HoaQ, we invest in tech and tech-enabled startups, while for Diaspora House is fully real estate. And we have invested in 2 apartments now in Nairobi that are live on Airbnb. So if you would like to learn more about the real estate community, just let us know and we will share the link to that community with you as well. Next slide. The rest of the year. So, we have just a couple of months left. However, we are still sharing deals. For us at HoaQ, we share minimum of 2 deals every month. So look out for the new deals. We have exciting deals coming in September, and super excited to share those deals with you. Currently now we have 2 deals that are live. That is Mainstack and Task. If you have not checked them out, just log into Borderless to see the memo, to watch the demo, and also to watch the Meet the Founders session that we had with each of the founders as well. For events, we are not done with events this year. We would share along the way the events that we would be doing, but for sure, we know that we have one event to do in Lagos in December. That is going to be our closeout of the year. Is going to be a really big event in December. So if you're in Lagos in December, yes, come. If you're in Lagos in December, just mark your calendars and make sure you follow us so that you don't miss out on the day and the details for that event in December in Lagos. We're also partnering with people as well. So upcoming events. Next slide. Joe is like, yes, this is what I told you to talk about in the beginning. We have one event with Borderless in Nairobi on Saturday. Is going to be an amazing event. And I can tell you this because I'm internal. Because I've been seeing what they be doing from the DJ to the, oh gosh, you need to be there. So if you're in Nairobi on Saturday, make sure you go to the Nairobi Ecosystem Sherehe. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I'm sorry. But yes.
Fọlákẹ́mi, thank you. But let me just tell people who are coming on Saturday what's actually happening. We will have a live boat barbecue on Saturday. We're going to have games. We're going to have games. We're going to have mini golf. We're going to have karaoke, tennis. It's going to be an absolute party. The reason why we're doing such an event is we believe that like networking events are no longer fun. Hey, Natasha, please. Yeah, Mbuzi Choma, exactly. So for anybody who's in Nairobi, please come because like networking events are boring. Sorry. And our Borderless HoaQ Diaspora House, we always want to do things differently. So if you've been to any of our events before, you know it's always a vibe. And this one, myself, I'll be on a barbecue grill. I'll be feeding you meat. I'll be showing you dance moves. And if somebody want to challenge me on the karaoke, I got you. I'll sing. I'll win. I'll battle you out. And I'll also be in Lagos next week for GITEX. So if you're around, say hi. Let's catch up. And Fọlákẹ́mi, it's back to you. You're on mute. You're still on mute, Fọlákẹ́mi.
Oh wow, I'm so sorry. I was just saying that I'll also be in GITEX in Lagos. So if you're around, I'll most likely be wearing my shirt. Just look out for that person wearing HoaQ. And happy to connect with anyone that is around. If you are on Slack, you can just send me a text. We can just find somewhere to meet up in the venue. There is also Africa Arena Nairobi Summit in Nairobi. We also have the Avon Congress in Lagos in October and Africans at Afrotech as well. Next slide, please. What date is the December event? It will be shared on Slack and you would most likely see it on our socials and LinkedIn as well. Yes, next slide, please. Now to everyone, is your time to speak. Please, if you have any questions, if you would like to say anything, feedback, we are open to them. We will just stop recording now so that people can speak freely.